Kaze, Kaze, just as active as Ashura all throughout. That was so explosive, both just in the zone, swapping blows left and right. Who really knows what could have happened? Either way, that corner was more than just the corner. That was Area 51. It's unknown territory. Who knows what could have happened?
That was the Lion's Den, and apparently the Lion does not care if the opponent DPs. Oh, we're going on to our next game. It's gonna be Tiempo versus Gbhforever. Tiempo, when did you switch to Ferry?
Ferry? Huh. Tiempo? Really?
Yeah, Tiempo. Normally a Beatrix player. So we just made a complete change in profession here. We went from one of the best rushdown characters in the game to just playing the zoner. And I don't know if you want to play this into Beelzebub. This is a scary matchup, all things considered.
Because I personally have never seen it. I have a feeling that the fact that it is Beelzebub, which is why Tiempo switched to Ferry, but I'm so curious to see how this goes.
So Beelzebub, as a character with a dive kick, has a very good way of getting in on a character like this. And while that dive kick, minus if you whiff, still really fast recovery, so it's hard to actually punish that. Oh, we get around the unblockable by using the DP. Still looking really scary right there. Just a little bit more. Tiempo could be dead, but finds the hit. Isn't gonna swap sides.
Oh, the trade!
We trade with the feather of all things. That thing's so fast at times, it's kind of crazy.
I can see why this matchup can be a little bit concerning for Ferry now.
Yeah, Ferry, while can zone Beelzebub if Beelzebub is kind of moving around the screen by walking, it's a lot harder when Beelzebub has the opportunity to actually use their dive kick. And as well, with the Karma bringing the opponent closer to them, and as well, Beelzebub has their own kind of zoning attitude to them, so it makes it extremely difficult at times. There we go, setup. Nice BC right there, just not going to be taking the setup or anything.
Going to stay more respectful until we get this dive kick. Oh! I forgot he had that, but why does he have it? We're just
y'all Bubs players. We know what you are. Y'all just want one thing and nothing else. Oh, but it's not going to be working out, actually. Tiempo is still going to be finding the round.
Yeah, we want one thing, but we don't make it count in the end, so we can keep all of our chips that we played on the deck right there. Oof. Tiempo fighting back.
Scary still using that JU. Doesn't actually get pulled by Karma because of that, but still Gbhforever finding their way through, getting a good hit wall bounce. Yeah, that's a decent amount of damage. And now you're kind of just in the corner against Beelzebub, but Beelzebub has some really nice buttons to kind of keep you locked here.
Exchange right there. You try to anti-air that dive. Oh! We used this by you to finally get in. I was wondering if we were going to see that to punish Ferry zoning. Oh,
there's no way.
Oh.
I don't even think that thing can hit meaty. I'm pretty sure you can still wake up spot dodge. That's crazy. I didn't actually expect that to work against Tiempo. What's even crazier is that Tiempo's sticking to the Ferry. They want to play this.
Tiempo didn't do too bad though, all things considered. Playing the matchup pretty well. I have a little bit more faith in this now that I see how Tiempo is handling it. Never mind.
I mean, even still, Tiempo does have a fairly nice life lead, and that is the main job of a zoner. As long as you have a life lead, you're already in a very good spot, because now the opponent is forced to come in on you, and that's when your zoning game becomes at its strongest. However, because it's Beelzebub, they still have easy ways to get in, and now that they actually do get in, we're once again seeing the command grab, putting Tiempo down to 1 BP. If you're wanting to BC, things get dangerous, and look at that. Life lead gone.
Tiempo does have meter. We're gonna use it. DP right back. We're gonna work our way into our best range. But Bubs has a little bit more resources to work with. We're gonna keep abusing it. But for how long? Chip,
Too much. That was the whole thing. Once that dive kick went through, you have to worry a lot about the chip damage. And what was scary there, I'm not sure if roll would have worked to actually get onto the other side to dodge the karma. So it's a really tricky situation. Gbhforever took the round. Now just one round away from just sending Tiempo down to losers.
We really had to work for it though. Ooh, this whole dive! We get in! Tiempo in a dicey spot right now.
Ooh, nice back throw. We just wake up roll! Crazy right there for Gbhforever, expecting the instant overhead. And he's going to be cashing out for game right there. What a wake-up roll from Gbhforever. Just knew, like, hey, this is the first time you even get to mix me this whole set. You're going to go for the overhead. I'm not going to let that happen.
A genuine question. Is that something you can do? Is that something you should do? Or did the Bubs just get that lucky?
So that is an option that you can do. It will get around the instant overhead from Ferry because your hitbox is all the way at the bottom of the ground. But it will lose if Ferry decides to go for 2L or throw. So more often than not, there's more options that will be losing to roll than winning. But if you know that your opponent wants to go for that instant overhead, and the instant overhead is usually the biggest, or the easiest one to get reward from, then there can just be a situation where a roll just seems better to go for. And considering Gbhforever was up a game, up a round, yeah, why not go for it? High risk, high reward.